no money, that's an asshole. It wasn't a phase.
Hi friends, welcome back to another episode of the Senior Citizen Podcast, and today we get to talk to one of my favorite artists in the scene, Arnold Navii.
What's up?
How's it going?
It's going amazing. I'm so happy to be here right now.
I'm happy you could come out. It wasn't a lie when I was saying I genuinely enjoy your music. I think you're one of the very talented people in the scene that makes music that I personally like. Like, I'm not the biggest metalhead, so.
Okay, yeah.
Tell me a little bit about your formation as an artist. When did you first get into music?
I got into music like around when I was 3, just watching Disney movies and stuff.
Some of them had the best soundtracks, like Tarzan.
No, that's not the one I watched.
All right.
But I got the Little Mermaid, the Aladdin.
Okay.
Those two in particular.
And then from then on, did you ever take any lessons, or was it just?
Well, in high school I did like a little bit of chorus.
Okay.
So, but other than that, no.
All right, fair enough. Natural talent, just born with it, I guess?
Nah. A lot of hard work and a lot of hours got put in.
How did you put in those hours? Was it YouTube tutorials?
Exactly,
Was it all right?
Yeah.
So what does it mean to actually sing from your diaphragm?
Wait, what?
What does it mean to actually sing from the diaphragm? Is that what they teach you to do? You haven't heard of
Yes, yeah. No, it's been such a long time.
it? Right. No, I never know what people mean because I don't sing, so I just do it straight from the throat. How you activate that muscle beats me.
Oh, yeah, they tell you that you want to suck in air and, like, my teacher would say look like a pregnant lady while you're sucking in the air. Like,
Okay.
This has to inflate, and then you project.
Really?
Yeah.
Never thought about it that way.
It takes a while to, like, get those muscle memories
Right.
to work, so.
Well, there was actually a Latin singer. Her name's Maria Becerra. Was it Maria Becerra? I think so. She came up on a short on YouTube Shorts, and she was like, "I know how to sing, but I was using so much auto-tune that I forgot how to sing. Like, she forgot how to activate all those muscles and do all that stuff. So don't let that happen to you."
That's crazy.
Yeah. So tell me a little bit about Loserverse, which was your album this year, right?
Yeah.
Right. What was the process in that? Tell me a little bit about the artistry behind it.
To be honest, it was a bunch of songs I've written since I was collectively since I was 18. And the whole concept is just to lose a fear of losing.
Okay.
Because you have to lose in order to win and be a champion. That was like the whole
Idea.
concept, yeah.
And so it was kind of just letting go all that stuff that you wrote since you were like 18, basically. I'm sure a lot of it was very emotional.
And cringy, to be honest. You never write something yourself 4 years ago and you look back at it and you're like, oh my God.
All the time.
Yeah.
I have a binder stashed somewhere with poems that I wrote probably when I was like 14. Mm-hmm. And I know that if I read that nowadays, like, what is wrong with you? Just genuinely not good. I haven't written in a very long time either, so I'm out of the habit of that. But I love that concept of just okay, this is because it feels like closing a chapter, right? So Loserverse closed that chapter of your life. So you wrote So Unsuitable recently. That was your latest drop.
No, I wrote that when I was 18.
Really?
Yeah.
Then it wasn't that cringe, dude.
It was all right.
Okay. So what do we have coming up forward for you?
Well, I have a cover of a Melanie Martinez song.
Oh, which one?
It's called Soap. But I made it my own. I put the guitar in there, but still keeping it EDM, whatever that genre was, right?
Right.
It's some dance EDM.
Dancey pop-ish kind of thing. Yeah. Okay, that's my Melanie Martinez era. The whole, I don't know what she's doing now.
Crybaby.
The Crybaby era.
Yeah.
And then I don't know if it happened to you that she got those accusations for sexual assault, and then I was like, oh my God, I can't listen to this anymore.
I don't remember that.
That was
I
the thing.
haven't heard of that, to be honest.
It was a couple of years ago, and it made me fall off from her completely because I was like, I can't listen to this. Like, how could I? You know, it's just canceled, whatever. And it turns out that it wasn't true.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, now people like her again. Tell me a little bit about your musical background. Like, what were you into? All that cringy stuff.
All right. Now I have to think. I was mostly listening to whatever was on the radio, like when I was younger, because I didn't have a phone. So I would just, that's how I got the love for the top 40 poppy melodies, which is what I try to do with my songs. It just comes out that way,
Yeah.
So I have a lot of love for the genre pop, but I listen to a bunch of other things too, like alternative rock. I mean, I listen to everything, and I try to just mesh it all
Right.
in my songs.
I think that's probably why I like your music, because I'm also a person that just kind of listens to everything. So, and it shows. It's like, yeah, I listen back to the R&B from the 2000s, but I also listen to alternative, Sleeping with Sirens nowadays or whatever. So that's a cool background, I guess. Did you ever get like really into like those emo bands and all that stuff?
Oh yeah, of course. I think we all do.
You'd be surprised. A lot of people here are like, yeah, I've listened to Slipknot since the day I was born. And I'm like, okay, so you never cried a little bit to your songs?
No, My Chemical Romance, Falling in Reverse. Do you like Falling in Reverse?
I love Falling in Reverse.
Okay, sometimes I gotta like cover my mouth saying that because
this is a safe space.
someone is gonna throw a shoe at me or something.
No,
Probably him.
Especially that guy, yeah. No, I jumped into Falling in Reverse in a very cool moment because it was just when they were coming out. So basically, wow. I got into Escape the Fate, and then I got all the lore, right? And then it was like, oh, Ronnie Radke's getting out of jail. And then he started Escape the Fate, and that first album, like, oh, I can't tell you how many times I listened to it front to back.
Dying is your latest fashion.
That was the first? No? Falling in Reverse? The Drug in Me Is You.
I thought you meant Escape the Fate.
No, yeah, first it was that. And then when Falling in Reverse came out with The Drug in Me Is You, I was like on repeat. Like, this is everything I ever wanted. And now I'm like, not stuck 3 years ago how it was with Escape the Fate. What other bands? Let's see.
The Beatles are a huge one.
How did you get into them? Because that's not something from like our generation.
I was driving with a girlfriend at the time, probably like when I was 17 or something, and she just played a Beatles song, and I was like, dude, this is what people hype over? Like, I didn't see the hype. Right. But then whenever we broke up, and for some reason, I just started listening to them more after that, and I understood it. They're like my favorite artists of all time. Like, if you go to my room, you're gonna see Beatles stuff everywhere. You did it out of spite, didn't you? Like, no, you wanted me to like this when we were together. No, not even. It's just something stayed there. Does that ever happen to you? You listen to a song, you're like, all right, whatever. And then you're like, wait, a month later you go back to it and you're like, wait, this is so good. What? It recently happened to me with, do you listen to Man Overboard at all? No. Man Overboard's like generic pop punk. Like good old fashioned, whiny. I love that. Yeah. So one of their first albums that I guess they did like the deluxe version later was Before We Met. And there's a song on there called In Orbit, which like back in the day I was like, this isn't, I don't really like this. Like this song's whatever. I'll listen to it, but I'm not into it. And then like 2 days ago, like I was listening to the whole album again. And I'm like, wait a second. This song slaps. Like these lyrics, no, wait. But yeah, I think that just kind of shows how like our music taste like matures over time. Like, I don't know if in that emo phase you went through like the entitlement of like, oh, the only what I listen to is cool and that's it. No. You never went through that? No, because I always liked every song. You never closed out genres or things because they were mainstream. Well, like Like Bad Bunny, yeah.
You don't like Bad Bunny?
For the most part, no, but I'm not gonna lie, there's some songs where I'm like, okay, like, man knows what he's doing.
There's two Bad Bunnies. There's the Bad Bunny that gives us all the fun stuff, like Neverita, like Titi Me Preguntó.
Yeah.
And then we got Trap Bunny, which is like what he started off as, and then this latest album, he kind of went back into like that trap kind of gangster rap kind of feel. So yeah, I could see how, I don't know.
But he's very multi-genre. Like,
yeah.
That's what I like about him. Even though I don't like him, there's always things I like about, artists I don't like.
Right. No, you find the redeeming qualities.
Yeah.
And that's being a mature musician. But when I was back in that scene phase, like I refused to listen to anything outside of like my circle of artists.
Really?
Yeah.
What was that?
I don't know. It's like this entitlement, like in Spanish I would say it's a berrinche, like I just want to listen to this, I want to be edgy, I want to be cool, and it was always kind of like a competition to like be cooler, edgier than the next guy,
Would you gatekeep?
Oh, hell yeah. I would gatekeep. Like, that's my favorite band. That can't be your favorite band. You never went through any of that.
No, gatekeeping?
Yeah.
No.
Really?
No, I mean, I've always been like a pop person anyway. So if anything, those people were gatekeeping me. They were gatekeeping that music from people like me.
Right. You were a victim.
Yeah.
No, I remember it was like full-blown arguments with friends, like, no, I like this song, you like it was weird. Yeah, in retrospect it's weird, but no, I mean, I'm glad that you didn't suffer through any of that.
No,
you
I
could
was
just
on the receiving end.
Right. Well, the people on the receiving end were usually people who kind of like that type of music too, and then they just like, I'm cooler than you or whatever. Odd stuff. If you could delve into a different genre for yourself right now, like producing wise, what is that one you're just dying to try?
Wow. I've listened to a little bit of Lil Peep in the past month, and that, like, I don't know what that genre is called, but I think it's cool. Not like to do a full song, just the whole genre, but like, maybe a bridge section to the next song or whatever. I throw in just a genre switch just to like keep them on their toes,
Keep the people surprised.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, right now, that's my answer.
Whatever Lil Peep is.
Yeah, I don't know what genre, emo rap, but like he sings in
right.
those songs, so like I don't even know.
We're really in a day and age where people just do whatever they want.
Mm-hmm.
It's cool though. Any more Latin genres?
Right now, no.
Right now, no.
But I definitely want to do some bachata.
Okay.
Someday. That's literally my SHIT. I don't know if I.
You can curse on here.
Yeah, that's my shit.
All right. Like a good old Romeo Santos, Prince Royce kind of thing.
Yeah, Prince Royce.
The OGs.
Even Camilo got some songs like that.
Yeah.
Even this guy, Enrique Iglesias, he got one song, Local. Bro.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
When that song comes on.
Yeah, bachata's very catchy for sure. No, I love hearing the fusion of genres nowadays, and I feel like people should really just branch out and try different things when they can.
Mm-hmm.
A couple weeks ago, I saw in your stories that you were going through like writer's block.
Yeah.
What do you do to fight that?
Yeah, you just got to keep writing, even if you don't like what's coming out, because that's essentially what writer's block is. You can still write, you're just not liking what comes out. Mm-hmm. So you just keep writing, and eventually something will come out, a cool melody or like a cool line.
That's how you beat it? Just keep writing?
Yeah, that's how you gotta beat it.
Do you ever get a point where you're just so frustrated though with what you're seeing?
So frustrating? Not so frustrating, but frustrating, yeah.
Right. But not to the point where like, oh, I'm gonna give up.
No, never.
Okay. Not even for the day.
For the day, yeah. But like, not forever.
Okay.
Well, we love this, us musicians.
No, right, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What's your songwriting process like on a day where you don't have writer's block?
Well, sometimes I will just be walking, right? I will be walking to my day job or whatever, and then I think of a melody, and I'm like, yo, that melody kind of goes hard, you know? And then I put it on voice memo, and I use it later. Could be 3 months later, 2 months, a day later, and then I throw lyrics on it, chord progression, and then the rest of the songs just writes itself, essentially.
So you start off with melodies basically, and then you tag on whatever lyrics and you do all your producing yourself.
Yeah.
How did you learn all that? You know,
because I couldn't afford a producer, so I was like, I gotta learn myself.
is the equipment and stuff. So if someone wanted to get started producing their own stuff because they're in a similar situation as you, what tips would you want to give them? What stuff to invest in? Like the money you do have, like what program should you buy or what material should you buy?
Oh my god, Logic Pro X.
Okay.
Never do ProTools.
Really?
Never. Fucking hate ProTools.
A little louder for the boom mic.
I fucking
Fuck
hate
Pro Tools.
I fucking hate Pro Tools.
Why? What's the difference?
Like, to produce, you know, like if you have a keyboard and you wanna whatever, do like a melody or like a beat, it's weird on Pro Tools. It's so weird. On Logic, it makes it so easy to just drag, you know, whatever you just did and like cut it perfectly. There's literally memes of like, oh, when you open up your DAW, right, your digital audio workstation, Logic Pro is like, oh, whatever, welcome, Cubase, welcome, Reaper, welcome. And Pro Tools, it just gives you an error message. Like that's lit. It's so glitchy. I don't know what's wrong with it. I don't know why they say it's industry standard. Like, she gets me tight.
Wow.
I'm so passionate. And then they make you pay $100 every year to update it. Like what?
To update it?
Yeah, and it's already a super expensive.
So like the program itself, you can buy it and you have it, but then if you want to update it, you have to pay money?
Yeah, $100 a year.
Okay, that's a scam.
Exactly.
So Logic is, in your terms, more user-friendly and
more.
it crashes less. It's just, it works a little better with you, right?
It's way better.
Okay.
Way better.
Aside from Logic, what else would you recommend to somebody trying to get into producing their own music?
Get like a cheap 61 key keyboard. It doesn't gotta be nothing crazy. You know, save up $200. You know, we can do that nowadays. You know, Burger King pays what, $12 an hour? You know, a high school kid can do it.
I saw a sign outside of McDonald's that was like $14 an hour at this point.
Oh.
At this point, we're quitting salary jobs. Go work hourly.
Yeah, literally. What?
Yeah.
14?
It was something like that, yeah. Okay, little keyboard.
Mm-hmm. A little keyboard, and then you need a laptop. Like, for Logic, you need a Mac, so you can buy a used Mac. You know, but
so
like,
Logic only works on Macs?
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Wow. Maybe that's why a lot of people don't use Logic.
I didn't think of it like that.
Yeah.
But no, I feel like most producers do use Logic Pro X.
Okay. And you learned to do all this stuff around what age?
I want to say 18.
At 18. At 18, you were like, I'm just doing music, and I know that's what I want to do with my life, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
For sure.
So what's the end goal as a musician?
The end goal is to make a living doing what you love.
Mm-hmm.
That is the end goal. And, you know, not just for music, but I think everyone should strive to do as a career what they're best at.
Right. And for you, there was nothing else out there. It was just music.
So, you know, I don't know if that's a curse or not, but yeah, sadly, it was just music. I wish I couldn't be like, oh, I want to be a surgeon.
Right.
But I didn't come out like that. So.
No, we're on the same boat. And I think systematically we are in a community where it's like artists aren't valued because it's like you could have somebody that comes up to you and it's like, oh, make me a beat. You're like, that costs money, and they're not going to want to pay for it for some odd reason. But I'm on the same boat as you. Like, I would have loved to wake up one day and be like, my boyfriend's an accountant. I would be like, I love to be an accountant. Yeah. No, absolutely not. Like, he tells me things and it goes in one ear and out the other. Like,
an accountant. Wow.
Yeah. No, I was a creative from day one, like that. And I understand that completely. It is a goal to live off your art or doing what you love. You are a solo artist. Does it ever get lonely being a solo artist now that I see that you produce all your stuff yourself? And like, do you ever want to include other people in your artistry?
Oh, for sure. I would love to include people in my artistry. But I think it depends. I've been in bands before and like it just didn't work out because I had a vision and I need to see it through. But then, the next person could be like, oh, but that wasn't my vision. Mm-hmm. And then that's why I'm pretty sure bands fight a lot. I'm pretty sure. Maybe. Every band, I think.
I'll have to ask them now. I've asked a couple of bands where it's like, oh, what's like your biggest argument? And they're like, oh, we don't fight.
Damn, that's crazy.
It's crazy not to fight in a creative setting because obviously you have your vision. I don't know if you know Ryan Bazale.
No.
He is an artist a little more up north from here, and he's basically been a solo artist, but he just kind of found a group of people that like he goes to school for music and they just like what he does. So now he has a band.
Oh, wow.
Incidentally.
That is amazing.
Yeah, so maybe it's just, finding musicians that you can vibe with and they aren't going to take it so to heart like you. Like, they still have some heart in it, but not all their heart to the point where they're like, no, we're going to fight tooth and nail until we do what I say.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But as for being lonely, because I've been in a band setting and it was always a nightmare and a headache. You see, maybe I was a problem. I can admit, I could be a little bit of a micromanager.
We're becoming self-aware.
That's why we're here.
Right.
But now I don't have to fight with anyone. I could just, I only fight with myself now.
Just punch yourself in the nose. It's like, oh no, it's broken.
Exactly.
No, wow, I lost my train of thought.
I saw it happen live too.
It literally, it was right here, and then it was like what? It left. Where'd it go? Yeah, I'm sure. Okay, these fights, this is what I was going to get at. These fights, were they personality issues or creative differences?
Creative differences.
Okay. And maybe, just maybe, do you not think that maybe the other person, it's kind of like, when they make some ad campaigns and people are like, was there nobody there to tell them that was a bad idea?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes we need people like that. Like, hey, maybe that's not the best, even this piano. We had somebody tell us that was like, hey, maybe this isn't the best idea.
Oh, I think it's a great idea.
I love the idea, but the settlement was, let's tilt it. So now I think everyone's going to be happy, right?
No.
Do you think it was that kind of creative differences?
No, it was more what I saw in a band setting is just maybe I was with the wrong people. But like I said, I can go back to maybe I was a problem. But people were just trying to show off too much that it would like ruin the song. It's like, yo, let it ride. Like, gotcha. Drummer, you don't need to be doing a drum fill like every 2 seconds. Like, think Ringo Starr. Just. No, because this guy was like all the time.
Chaotic.
Him in particular.
Oh man, we got beef with a particular drummer. Okay.
He drums for me at my shows.
Oh wow.
But I love him.
Okay, it's a love-hate relationship. See, you're still working with them. I hope you find band members soon, because it can definitely get lonely, being like that. We have a Reddit post. I don't know if you've seen that we answer unsolicited advice on the internet. So basically,
this is fun.
This is from the point of view of a 31-year-old man who kissed his 27-year-old colleague. He says, I am an engaged man and I've been together with my partner for 4 years. Let's call her Lucy. Things are great, but we're in a dead bedroom situation. We haven't done the deed in the last 3 months. She says everything is fine, that she loves me. She's just a low libido person. Now, I went to a work thing with some colleagues, and the assignment involved a group of 9 colleagues, including this girl named Jenna, who is 27. It is the last day of the assignment, and the group decided to go to a local bar/nightclub. It was a good time, and things went well. Jenna and I have always been good colleagues and can always laugh about silly things. I have never met up with Jenna outside of work, but we do seek each other when we are on the work floor. Now, back to the night, Jenna and I hang out at the bar and talk for a bit. We had some drinks, and we're both a little drunk. Now we're heading back to the hotel with the group, and everyone went to their hotel room except Jenna and I. Jenna invited me to her room to show me her view. Mind you, it was midnight and there was nothing to see. We both talk a little bit. We hug our goodbyes, and while hugging, it was very clear that we were both enjoying the moment. So I held her head up and looked her straight in the eyes for a good few seconds, and in those seconds I realized there was something we both wanted to do for so long, and we kissed.
This real?
Yeah, they really got into it. It was Jenna who then said, "You shouldn't," to which we both stopped. But as I then wanted to leave, she hugged me again, and she told me that she knew that we were both feeling the same since the beginning, as she had always had feelings for me. So basically, this guy came back from the trip and has not told his fiance about this, and he's like, what do I do?
Oh.
And you're the man to answer the question, Arnold.
All right, well... See, he should have said if there was, like, kids involved.
I don't think so. They're just engaged right now. So we'll pretend there's no kids involved.
No kids. Well, clearly, your relationship is lacking, man. And I think they should just break up. Like, you already cheated.
Right. That was full-blown cheating.
Yeah. I don't care if it was just a kiss in the mouth, because some people might be like, oh, but that doesn't mean the end of a relationship, you know? No. Dude.
I'm imagining his fiance reading that, like the whole paragraph where he's like, I looked into her eyes.
Yeah. So, yeah, now you're emotionally cheating and you're physically cheating. Exactly.
Somebody in the comments was like, you're looking for any excuse. 3 months is not a dead bedroom. Like, you're really reaching. All right, Arnold, this is your shameless plug moment. I don't know if you have anything you want to let people know.
When I have pre-saves up for Soap, a song I'm releasing, pre-save it, please. Because I'm trying to hit the algorithm, man. It's really hard on Spotify. They don't care about small artists. So help me out.
All right, we're going to follow you on social media, follow you on Spotify, pre-save stuff when the pre-save links come out. And I just want to thank you for your time. It was an awesome chat.
Thank you.
And we'll catch each other next time on the next episode of the Senior Citizen Podcast.